Good evening. For those of you that have not had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Callie Gardner. I am a 20-year-old full-time student and employee. My big problem is that of the global food security crisis, and specifically in America. At times, I am food insecure, unsure of how to make my above minimum wage job stretch just far enough to get me groceries in an economy that throws punches with each growing percentage of a cost of living rate. Explained through Bronfenbrenner's theory, there are different levels of systems that are impacted. In the case of this specific big problem, the microsystem of individuals is affected most, as it creates a reaction that will then affect the outer layers of a system. Over 54 million Americans are also food insecure. What's in your pantry? Constructivism can be described as the process of actively, rather than passively, taking part in your own learning in order to retain information that best serves an individual by building upon pre-existing knowledge to incorporate new information within that pre-existing line of knowledge. A visual example that I use to remember this theory is a long string of train tracks. When they get worn down or forgotten, the tracks get replaced. They do not replace the entire track, just the tracks that are affected. With this, they incorporate the new tracks with the pre-existing track, creating a path to a new or even an existing destination. Through motivation, students are able to actively participate in their own learning, making it possible for them to assimilate new information into pre-existing information in order to understand concepts of new and old alike. The innovative solution to improve my big problem of the food security crisis in America through the lens of social and cognitive constructivism is the building and usage of curriculum based upon the issues of food insecurity and the lack of access to food thereof. In addition to this, lessons that build upon knowledge of supply and demand can therefore instill habits of awareness to one's surroundings, proving to be the idea of active cognitive learning in constructivism. In addition to this, 2023 is at an overall inflation rate of 3.2%. This is in comparison to the rate of inflation from years 2013 to 2020 that all fall under the 2.5 mark of inflation from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. What this means is that we as a country have been at a rough spot in terms of inflation from the years 2020 to present day 2023, making it difficult to afford groceries, let alone an apartment or a home. The resources that are needed are the nation's top environmentalists, nutrition experts, as well as our nation's leaders in administration and education, instructional designers, and curriculum designers, brought together with the average teaching administration of elementary schools. In addition to this, specific resources would be concrete curriculum and standards for schools in America to follow, in order to inform and teach all students the same way to ensure that any student will gain the same information actively to stimulate their schema and build upon pre-existing knowledge to create new information. The support that is needed is that of the nation's top nutritionalists and environmentalists. In addition to these people, the nation's leaders giving support to these potential educational reforms can prove to be beneficial at all, not just to the students being taught and to all. The support specifically being the active participation in creating curriculum suitable for children in addition to adults and adolescents. Thank you.